Are you growing with the flow? Going with the flow? No. Are you growing with the flow? So there's all this busyness going on. We're all adapting to new ways of working, to different ways of working, to unfamiliar ways of working. And are we missing out on opportunities to grow in the process? Or are we allowing it to just happen to us and not for us? The big chapter that we're working on for this week in Help Them Grow or Watch Them Go, Bev and Julie's book, please go get it. It's phenomenal. Is talking about growing with the flow. So as the ebbs and flows of business and day-to-day life are happening for us, where are we picking up on cues for opportunities to kind of check in on our development, check in on our growth, see about progress, see where we're making things. And I love the part which is catching a cue. So catching a cue. And the examples they share, I think, are brilliant because we can talk about the scheduled conversations. Remember, those of us who are following along, we're trying to shift that paradigm from a once a year conversation to more micro chunks along the way, and talking about development goals and talking about growth and stretching. The rock climbing example where we're picking up different paths on our career progress. But catching a cue is talking about identifying ways in micro moments that could be milestone moments, and breaking those down into moments where we're just checking in on progress for the development goals that are happening. Many of us have check-ins all throughout the day. What are we talking about? Are we talking about the weather? Are we talking about the traffic? Are we talking about other things that are going on? Well, we can take those opportunities to catch a cue and dive in deeper on our development. So a couple of examples I wanted to share with you. A new project launches. So a new project launches. Are we on task for the milestones that we have for the project? And what could you be developing for yourself along the way that's also aligning to the goals of the organization, to the goals of the project, to the goals of the client? What can we working on in that meantime? A high profile failure occurs. So a failure happens. Raise your hand if you're perfect. I'm not either, right? So a failure happens. What are we learning from that? Where are we growing with that? What are we going to do with this new experience? That saying that experience is something that you needed 5 minutes ago is true, right? Well, we're having an opportunity because it's highly visible. It's a high profile opportunity, but are we going to use that experience or are we going to get used by it? That's key too. The last one I wanted to share, job responsibilities or expectations change. So when things change, we need to change, right? When things change, we need to adapt. When those things change, are we getting aligned on what the new expectations are? Are we getting aligned on the new responsibilities and what success looks like when those happen? All of these kind of things can be happening in these micro chunks and aligning with your team members, aligning with your managers on seeing, okay, how am I going to grow with this, right? How am I going to continue to develop with these new responsibilities? Or how am I going to develop with these new projects on tap? Or we just wrapped up. What did I learn from that project? All of these are micro moments, and catching a cue would be a great start. So there it is. Now again, if you're perfect, raise your hand. I'm not. So why not grow? It's